Today we're going to be looking at presenting data in a stem and leaf diagram. What you need to do is watch the video from start to finish, then write down detailed notes on the information contained in the video before attempting the questions at the very end. Bring these questions with you to the next lesson. So a stem and leaf diagram is just a way of presenting raw data in a more usable way. The data that we've got on the screen at the moment isn't particularly useful just written out as a list like that, and so we're going to produce a stem and leaf diagram to help us to analyse the data. Now the stem and leaf diagram starts by drawing a vertical line on your page. And we need to add our stem first to the left of that line. Now the stem comes from the numbers in the table. Our lowest number in the data here is 2 and the highest is 31. So we need a stem for each 10 in that list of data. So we need a stem for the number in the 30s, we need a stem for the number in the 20s, we need one for the number in the 10s, and then the units don't have any 10s in them, so we're going to put a 0 for that row. So to fill out the right hand side of the table, the leaves, we're simply going to use our numbers and add them to the right line. So the 3 is nice and simple, it goes in the 0 line, it has no 10s. The 7 goes on the same line, again no 10s. The 12 has 1 10, it's 1 10 and 2 units, so it goes on the next line down. 21, 2 10s, 1 unit, so we put a 1 on the 20 line. 14 has 1 10, so it goes in the second row. 8 has no 10s, so it goes in the top row. 22 has 2 10s. We can carry on like this until we've filled out the entire table, crossing out as we go so we don't miss any numbers out. It's very, very easy to lose track and duplicate a number or forget to write one of the numbers down. We're just going to keep going until we've populated the entire stem and leaf diagram. It's important to be as neat and tidy as possible when you do this, so you get the effect of a bar graph using the raw data. We can see what the tallest bar effectively would be on that graph. Now, at this point we have all the data on our stem and leaf, but we haven't finished. What we need to do now is a second version of the diagram. The first version was just to make sure we had everything in its correct row. Our second version is also going to have every number in the correct order on its row. So if we look at the first line, it's 3, 7, 8, 9, 6, 2. Well, we want to put that in order from smallest to largest, so we're going to have 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our second row is 2, 4, 3, 9, 8, so that's going to become 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Our third row is a little bit trickier. We've got 1, 2, 4, 1, 6, 3, 5, 2. So we're going to need 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our final row is nice and easy, it's just the 1. So that's almost our complete stem and leaf diagram. The final thing to do is to write a key. And to do this, we can just pick a value. We can say 2 line 3 means 23. And that's important because sometimes we'll be working with decimals, sometimes we'll be working with larger numbers or smaller numbers, and we need to show the reader what our table represents. That's our finished stem and leaf diagram. The question to answer for your homework then is to draw a stem and leaf diagram for this data on the screen right now. So there's 21 pieces of data in total there, very, very similar to the example we've just done, and I'd like you to draw a stem and leaf diagram out. What you need to do now is pause the video while you draw the stem and leaf diagram before going on to the extension questions in a few seconds' time. So finally, the extension questions. Stem and leaf diagrams are useful for finding out various other important pieces of data from our information, so things like the median, the mode, and the range. What I'd like you to do is try and figure out how you could use your diagram that you've just drawn to find the median, the mode, and the range of the data that you've been given.